Hi friends, welcome to Aishudiy. Today we will learn how to make a simple pearl necklace. So I have some crimp tubes and I have some beading wire, and this one is 0.45 millimeter, and I have some 12 millimeter pearls. These are not freshwater pearls, but they are vintage, very good quality pearls. They are 12 in size and gorgeous pinkish golden color. And I have a spring clasp, and this is my small tool organizer. It's actually from the tool section of Dollar Tree, and it is very shallow. It's really helpful to store some of these small beads, and that's where I store all my clasps. These are nice and big, and at the same time, um, um, that and the same time it will suit for this project, I believe. That's my clasp choice. You can use any clasp you want, and it's basically just stringing, nothing more. So I like to work with my spool. I never um, mm, take it out of the spool and work, because you don't have to use a stopper bead if you don't take your means if you don't cut your wire before. It's always for me it's always a good thing to thread all the beads first and then cut the wire to the desired length and then finish it off. Even if I'm doing a bracelet or I'm doing a necklace, this is the method that I prefer. I'll go ahead and string all my beads inside the wire. You can use any kind of beading wire. These are 7-strand coated wires. You can use the 19-strand one or the 47-strand one, and you can use the Beadalon company. That's a good one. And I am just using the ones that I usually I buy these spools of beading wire from Gem Show, the International Gem Show. So that's where I buy these from, and these work fine as well. So I tend to use these for bigger beads, which has a little bit of weight, so that it doesn't have to be the 19 or 47 strand for it to be flowing. And at the same time, I feel this one to be chunkier and good for this size of beads. I'll just meet you guys after I'm done with stringing the entire thing. So I have finished stringing my beads, and this is approximately 23 inches of beads. I wanted the necklace to be that size. It's totally customizable. You guys can do 18, 22, or 20 inches. So I have here some 2 of my good crimp bead. You can also use a crimp cover to close this crimp bead if you want to. So I chose not to. So all I'm going to do is put in my crimp bead first, and then one end of my spring clasp. This is what I have. So I'll put one end of the spring clasp, and then I'll come back here and through my crimp bead, not even going in. Let's take some other crimp bead. For some reason this doesn't want to work. So I am not using a crimping plier. I'm just going to use flat nose pliers to crimp my beads because this is a crimp tube and I don't want to use that. So there we go. I'm just pulling my crimp bead right next to the thing, and I'm taking my tweezer nose pliers and I'm going ahead and squishing the crimp bead flat. That's all we need to do. I'm leaving the short tail on because my pearl bead is big enough to actually go on top of it, so I don't have to worry about that part. So I'm just sliding in all my beads, and here I'm gonna just cut this wire from the spool because I know for sure now I need only this much wire. So there we go, and I'm threading in another crimp bead and then one end of the spring clasp, and then I'm going back inside the crimp bead, and the crimp bead is very small, so it just goes through the whole of the pearl as such. So then I'm going to insert my wire back into the crimp bead. So I thread in my crimp bead and then one end of my spring clasp, and then I'm just making sure I don't leave any gap. So I just need a little bit of a wiggle space, because if I do tighten very much, then there won't be any flow in the necklace. We should keep that in mind. And then at the same time, I'm just figuring it out if this area is nice and tight and still there is a gap, I can see, and then I'm just pushing it and pulling it at the same time. And I'm keeping the necklace in a U form because that's the form it will lay on your neck, and we need that much of a leeway. And then I'll just, if I'm happy with it, I'll just push, and then I'll just crimp the bead flat, and then I'll snip off the excess wire. So we are done. If you can see, it's still there is a flowing motion, it's not way too tight. And my clasp, if you can see, there is not a single space. This is what we need to achieve while we are doing the crimp. So our necklace is ready and done. It's a simple necklace. All we did was to thread beads and crimp with the clasp, and you got a nice necklace for you for the evening or for an occasion. Pearl is always a trend. So in the next video, we will see a matching earring for this necklace. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon for notifications. I upload videos every single week, and I go live every single Friday at 5 p.m. Bye-bye.